Welcome to episode 12 of 100 Days of Data. I'm Jonas, an AI professor, here to explore the foundations of data in AI with you.
And I, Amy, an AI consultant, excited to bring these concepts to life with stories and practical insights. Glad you're joining us.
Let's dive into today's hook. Have you ever wondered how your data gets transformed into a format that computers understand and work with? Today, we're unpacking JSON.stringify, a simple but powerful tool that helps us turn complex data into strings.
Absolutely, Jonas. It sounds a bit techy at first, but JSON.stringify is everywhere in the real world, from online shopping carts to healthcare apps, and understanding it can really demystify how data moves behind the scenes.
To start, JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. Despite the name, it's a language-independent format that represents data as readable text. When we talk about JSON.stringify, we're referring to a method in JavaScript that converts a JavaScript object or value into a JSON string.
So essentially, it takes what might be a complex object with multiple layers, like a customer profile, their orders, preferences, and packages it neatly into a text format that can be sent over the internet or saved somewhere.
Exactly. Think of it like turning a 3D sculpture into a flat painting. The sculpture has volume and dimensions we can manipulate directly, but the painting is a fixed image that can be shared, stored, or copied easily. JSON.stringify produces that painting, the string form, so data can be transferred across systems.
That helps concretely. In the business world, especially in cloud-based apps or APIs, this is how data moves around. For example, when you place an order on an e-commerce website, your cart details get stringified into JSON so the back-end service can process it.
Right. In terms of structure, JSON is composed of key value pairs, arrays, and supports data types like strings, numbers, booleans, and null. JSON.stringify takes a JavaScript object containing these things and outputs a JSON-compliant string.
From my experience with clients, one key point I always share is that JSON strings are lightweight and easy to parse, which makes them perfect for network communication. I worked with an automotive company recently. Their connected cars send sensor data back to servers in the form of JSON strings to monitor performance in real time.
That touches on an important function. JSON.stringify doesn't just blindly convert, it also allows customization. You can provide a replacer function or an array to filter out certain properties or specify indentation for readability. This flexibility helps tailor the output for humans or machines.
That's a good point. For instance, when a healthcare startup wanted to log patient information securely, they used a replacer to omit personal identifiers while still capturing relevant medical data in JSON format for analytics, all enabled by JSON.stringify. Customization here isn't just convenience, it helps with privacy and compliance.
There are also some limitations and quirks. For example, certain data types like functions, undefined, or symbol types don't convert well. JSON.stringify will omit functions and symbols, or in the case of undefined, either omit it or convert it to null depending on the context.
I've seen that catch people off guard in the field, especially those who expect the JSON string to be a perfect clone of their original object. Say you have a data model with methods or special attributes. Those vanish when you stringify, which can lead to bugs if not understood.
Another practical detail is that JSON.stringify is often paired with JSON.parse, which converts the JSON string back into a JavaScript object. This pair forms the foundation of data serialization and deserialization in web apps.
Yes. In fact, in retail analytics platforms I've worked on, data often flows through multiple systems, browsers, mobile apps, servers, and JSON.stringify and JSON.parse create a seamless language between these layers. Without this, sharing structured data would be much clunkier.
From a theoretical perspective, serialization, what JSON.stringify performs, is essential because computers inherently transfer data as bytes or sequences of characters. Having a standardized text-based format like JSON allows interoperability between different programming languages and platforms.
And that's why JSON supplanted older formats like XML in many domains. It's simpler, less verbose, and easier for both humans and machines to read. In fact, several projects I've consulted on saw performance boosts just by switching to JSON for their data interchange.
Let's briefly contrast JSON.stringify with other serialization methods. Unlike binary formats, which are more compact but less readable, JSON is a happy medium. It may not be the smallest on the wire, but its human readability and ease of use are the major pluses.
That choice is a classic business trade-off. When you deal with big data or IoT, sometimes you need compactness to save bandwidth. But for most applications, especially where transparency and debugging matter, JSON wins hands down. One financial client used JSON extensively in APIs, making it straightforward for client developers to integrate systems without deep backend knowledge.
I want to add another conceptual note. JSON.stringify outputs text, so it's encoding data for transport or storage, but it's not encrypting or securing the data. That's an important distinction, because you wouldn't want to confuse serialization with data protection.
Exactly. From implementation projects, I often advise teams to use JSON.stringify as the first step in data handling, followed by encryption layers or secure transmission channels. You should never assume the stringified data is safe on its own.
To sum it up, JSON.stringify is a cornerstone of modern data handling in web and AI systems. It bridges human-readable code and machine-understandable data, enabling the flow of information across environments.
And in everyday business terms, mastering this concept means you can better understand API calls, data exchanges, and why certain formats are used in tools you rely on. It empowers you to ask smarter questions and collaborate more effectively with technical teams.
Key takeaway: JSON.stringify converts JavaScript objects into JSON strings, enabling data to be transferred easily and consistently.
And my takeaway, knowing how and why JSON.stringify is used lets you see the hidden plumbing behind apps and services, making you a stronger bridge between business and tech.
Looking ahead, next episode will explore APIs in more detail, what they are and why they're the heartbeat of digital transformation.
If you're enjoying this, please like or rate us 5 stars in your podcast app. We love hearing your thoughts or questions. Drop us a comment and your topic might appear in future episodes.
Until tomorrow, stay curious, stay data-driven.